What's up, everybody? We're live, episode 1, the Winner's Circle podcast. Rebrand finally. I think it's our first. It's not. I think this is our first pod since I think it was last episode. I forgot who we even had on. Like Ali Sufyan, or we had Sammy early too. But this is part of our whole rebrand from Ball for Barakah to Barakah. So basically, before I introduce the guy, before I talk about the pod, let me introduce my guys to my left and right. So.
I guess you guys all know me as OJ. Been in the game for a while. Love to bring that together. Love to have some fun. Love to connect with people, share stories, and help each other.
Yo, it's Nabil. I don't know whatever these guys call me now. I don't even know. I feel like I'm more like on this side. I don't know if a lot of people know me like that, but it's great to. I was never on the pod before. I think I was no. I never was on the pod before. Yes, no one really saw me before, so it's good to be on the pod. Been with you, Barakah, for like a year now. October, right?
Well, technically, not technically. You've been with like more than that, 3-4 years.
Oh yeah. But like I was always supporting, but like I feel like part of the team and stuff. Yeah. So it's great to be on the pod. I want everyone to get to know me, and I'm looking forward to seeing what we do today. So good to meet everybody.
So again, both the guys on my right and my left, we're all part of the Barakah team. We're missing Hamza. Hamza is honestly all the camera stuff, all the setup Hamza did for us, but he's at home. He's preparing for he's applying to med school now, so he couldn't make it. We're live from Barakah HQ, aka my basement. Took us like 45 minutes to set up, man. Honestly, setting up podcasts is a lot harder than you think. I don't even know. Like a lot of people, it's pretty. When you guys look at the videos, it might look like it's like no setup, but this took us like an hour to just set up the mic, set up the pod, set up the camera, set up the lights, everything. Hopefully, when we edit this, it looks fine. But before we start the pod, I guess let me just introduce like what our purpose is on the podcast. So basically, the point of it is like we want to cover our journey as we grow. We want to document our journey. But we also, I think it's important that we're able to connect with you guys. A lot of brands in general, they just make clothes, and like they do tournaments, they do whatever they're doing, like fashion shows and bazaars. But like having like a one-on-one with a guy, like the camera and like our people who actually support us, like our day ones, I think it means a lot. So the purpose of this pod is to broadcast and document our journey, and hopefully, inshallah, bring on guests who are brand owners and business owners. We can also tell you guys about how they got to where they got to, because like everyone here, like, as you guys are gonna learn, we all come from somewhere. Like no one will just put on earth on this sofa. Like we all have a story, we'll have a journey. So I guess we'll start off. I'll just start off with about our brand identity and like what Barakah means to me, and then Beal and OJ could talk about it for them. But basically, the reason why we did the rebrand. Honestly, I'll rewind 5 years ago. We started off as like a basketball tournament. We used to have like the Barakah Ball for Barakah light, which Nabil wanted, but we don't. But we started off as a tournament like to connect like our neighborhood, or connect our community. Had a couple teams, slowly grow, and like in 2 years it's like 30 teams. People like on the wait list basically. We couldn't accept everybody. Tournaments popping. Like our tournaments are always popping. Anyone in the comments can tell you our tournaments are always popping. There's sometimes fights, so other than that, our tournaments are popping. But we rebranded Barakah because everyone assumes that Ball for Barakah was just a basketball brand. That you got to be a hooper, you got to be someone who plays sports, you got to be a guy. Honestly, like we realized that we had to rebrand and show everyone that, like, not even show, but like give ourselves the opportunity to tell you guys all that the brand means a lot more than that. You don't need to be a guy. You could be a girl. You could be an uncle. You could be a mom. Like you could be anybody. The word Barakah resonates with anybody. You got to embrace your journey. And like OJ put it perfectly a couple months ago. He told me, he's like, no matter what situation you're in, no matter how low you get, like there's always Barakah in your struggle. There's Barakah in the community. There's Barakah in the circle. There's Barakah come from anywhere. And like my guy who Finesse said, he was like, there could be more Barakah in $1 than there could be in $100. That dollar could take you far. So that's the point of the brand. We're gonna highlight these reasons and hopefully resonate through our clothes, through the events that we do. And honestly, we have a drop coming in like 2 weeks. This in 2 colors and some hoodies. Hoodies wearing it, but at the core, we're a brand, and we use clothes to showcase what we're all about, and the podcast and other stuff. But I'll pass it to OJ and I'll tell you guys what it means to him.
Yeah, definitely Barakah. What it means to me is like embracing what you don't have. Like there's a big quote that I kind of follow is like, what I don't need, I don't have, and what I don't have, like I don't need. So it's just about like cherishing what you have, and just realizing like that's all you need to get what you want. And if you ever like have a dream or like want to accomplish something, it's already in your grasp. You just have to like kind of like find like how to use those tools.
You know, it's kind of crazy because in the beginning, right, I would like always tweeting, but like B for B, or like I would just be saying like some funny stuff online, right? So like that was like kind of like my start. Like I would like I had like the purple, like the OG, like the old merch we used to have, what's the ball for Barakah, all that stuff. And you know, for me, what I really liked, which I guess we still kept even though we rebranded, was like the community aspect. Like I liked how we were doing like these events with like other organizations and like these tournaments, like helping raise charity in the beginning. You know, it was like which was a good way to bring people together. And I think like obviously like the word Barakah, like it means blessing, and like obviously like, you know, we want to have a brand where, you know, that's how we're doing this podcast right now. I want to make a personal connection with people, and maybe we can talk about things that like, you know, a lot of people relate to. Like obviously we mentioned before, like Hamza, he couldn't be here, he has like med school stuff. Like how many people can relate to that? So we want to make it like a personable thing. And I feel like, you know, a reason why a lot of podcasts get successful is because they're usually talking about things that matter. So, you know, with this podcast, I hope we can talk about things that matter and resonate with our audience.
Yeah.
And like they feel like connected, like they feel like they're benefiting from what we're saying, and we feel like we're benefiting someone else by sharing our own journey. So I just think that's like, you know, really cool. And yeah, I mean, I think that's the beauty of what we're trying to do. Like it's more than just a brand. Like it's kind of like, I guess it's the cheesy thing to say, like the lifestyle, but like I think, you know, blessing should be in your life. And like I think what makes us special is that we're trying to do that in other ways besides just selling clothes.
Exactly.
Or like, you know, doing these basketball tournaments. Like we're trying to make a personal connection, and that's what's gonna keep us motivated and hungry, because we know we have an audience that we want to serve, but it's what's gonna keep people wanting to tune in or like follow us or like our posts or engage with us, because they know that, you know, it's like they're getting something out of it as well, if that makes sense.
Wow.
So
And I didn't mention it, but like the podcast is not called Barakah. It's not called the Barakah Pod. None of that. It's called the Winner's Circle, and the Winner's Circle basically means like you don't have like, everyone to be a winner is different in everyone's eyes. To be a winner, you don't have to be a millionaire. You don't have to be a champion at a sport. You don't have to be an Olympian. You don't have to be like a winner is literally your mom could call you a winner when you come home because you brought the groceries inside. Like a winner, like you could literally be a winner at anything. Like if you clutched up at work, if you like a winner is anything that you desire, that you achieve, that you push yourself through, you're a winner. And our circle is because to get you can't get into a circle just by jumping in. You gotta get into a circle because the circle opens up for you. So everyone that we bring on the pod, hopefully, you know, they strive and they stand for what we stand for. So let's just talk a little bit about life beyond the brand. So basically we'll share stories about like honestly where we're at right now. So before we came to the pod, like what goes on outside of Barakah for us. Obviously Barakah is a huge part of what we do on like our day to day. But like there's still stuff that we conduct on our day to day. So I'll let OJ start off with this one.
Yeah, just like every like I'm in like a middle 25 quarter life crisis.
damn.
I'm at that age of the life where, you know, you're just working, try to help your family. On the weekends you do things like you help out your community, and you also like find time for like families and friends and football. You know, that's my go-to.
Go Eagles.
Yes, sir. Go Birds. But yeah, that's what I'm trying. You know, also trying to like get my life. I gotta cut this part out.
What's your daily routine like?
Yeah, actually, you got.
Like, what are you doing?
Talk about your job.
Yeah, like your job. Yeah, what do you do?
You don't have to say the company name, but.
No.
Or you want to let Beal go? I could go.
Okay. Are you
so
good?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, like for I mean, outside of Barakah, I feel like, for Barakah, I'm like the creative director. Like we talk about helping out, like creating the post, the vision, the aesthetic, the vibe, everything like for Barakah, the clothes, like the fact, like designs from A to Z. Like that's what I do. But as for outside the brand, like we all come from different towns. I come from a really small town in Jersey. I was born and raised in New York. Moved here when I was 12 or 13, and like the guys who I call my friends now are like my brothers, not just friends. Like these guys are my brothers. That's why they're part of the team. Like I can tell like we literally like it's not like a corporate relationship or like we call each other out on like BS and like we strive. At the end of the day, we're also like we push for goals in life. Like the brand is a goal, but to achieve the goal of the brand, we have to achieve like our life goal, which is like discipline, like hard work, things like that. But outside of the brand, like I work for like a consulting company. So basically, it's just like I started like a couple months ago, 6 to 7 months ago. Alhamdulillah, I'm working from home, so like, my lifestyle is completely different than probably OJ's and Nabil's. I mean, you could talk about like, your work is you're just completely different than us two, but that's what I'm doing currently. Like my 9 to 5 basically is that, and then my 5 to 9 is Barakah.
Okay, so I don't know why these guys are being weird, but like you could say where you went to school, like what you study, like
Oh yeah,
yeah,
you're right,
yeah.
you're right.
Do you want to continue off with that, or you want me to go?
Okay, so I went I went to Rutgers University. And
You work in New Brunswick.
New Brunswick.
Okay, just making sure.
Hopefully the mic's picking up my voice.
No, it definitely is. Don't worry.
OJ's closer to me, so I'll just talk this way. But I went to Rutgers University, studied computer science. It's funny to me. I mean, Nabil knows why it's funny to me, but I never thought that would be my major, and I still don't know how it is my major. But studied computer science. It took me 5 years to graduate, not 4. School was a little bit hard for me.
BA or BS?
They don't need a whole my transcript. Like, did you take algebra? But yeah, I studied computer science theory. It took me 5 years. I don't know. I feel like I say 5 years whenever someone asks, because like it's part of my personality. I'm super senior, but I mean, yeah, that's my background.
Yeah, I guess for me, like balancing everyday life. So I'm a product manager. It's been like a crazy year because of all the things that's happening like in the economy. Like see how like it affects a person's job, like my job. So like I help a company like sell like different products to different channels. So just seeing like all these tariffs that are starting to come in, it goes to show like it's harder. The things that we were doing like a couple like weeks ago, we can't even do that now. So like to gain revenue for the company, we're just trying to find new ways to go through it. So like so that's like an obstacle, but like how am I embracing the struggle at work, you can say, just working with my team. So like work with people from like, across the country, gain insight on like how to do things better. That's about it.
Oh God, get ready for this.
Yeah,
We're about to get from what hospital he was born in.
Can I talk?
Yeah.
So I went to Rutgers, New Brunswick with Musa.
Your middle name is Rutgers.
Huh?
Your middle name is...
No, I think it was my last name. No, I think my first name is G. My last name is Rutgers.
First name is what?
G. I went to Rutgers, New Brunswick. I studied bait. What no one knows what that is.
Business analytics, information technology.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not hard.
Yeah, I'd studied that, and I actually got a job. My job's in the DMV. I got a job in Virginia, but on Thursdays and Fridays. Shout out DMV. Jersey's better though. But I got a job in Virginia. Alhamdulillah. I mean, your risk is wherever it takes you, right? But on Thursday and Fridays I'm remote, so made the drive back to be on the pod. You
drove what, 4 hours to come? Drove 4 hours to be on the pod.
Yeah, it was worth it though. But
Respect.
yeah, I work in supply chain management, which I don't even know how to explain what that is. It's basically like logistics, like gathering materials and supplies.
PSI, product.
Huh?
PSI.
Can you believe that's his job?
What?
But when we're trying to set up cameras and everything's like looking up and he's on the one.
He's like, oh, I forgot that zipper. That had a wire in it?
Bro, I'm not even talking about what happened at...
Okay. Yeah, so my job is mainly in logistics and materials, and yeah, I mean,
Important job.
yeah, I work for an engineering and construction company, so I'm like mainly getting stuff that they need at the job site. It's pretty interesting. Then yeah, I mean, I have no complaints. A good job, chill manager.
Provides, man. That's
Yeah,
what
man.
you need, right?
So alhamdulillah, man, happy about that.
I guess moving on, we could talk a little bit about like the communities we come from. Like I said before, I come from a small town in North Jersey. A lot of, honestly, like living in, you guys could probably relate. None of us are like from cities, but like coming from a small community, like, you tend to realize like if you're not like ingrained in your community, your life kind of is boring. Like,
Yeah.
you move to the DMV, and it's like a completely new community for you, and it's like, honestly, you're in a very big like Muslim populated community, like a lively area, but like being put out of where you're comfortable, it's like it's an adjustment period.
Definitely.
So I mean, where I'm from, like I'm pretty involved with all with my community. At all levels, I feel like a lot of my friends are from here. I know I have a lot of family friends from here, but I feel like you guys probably saw in some of our clothes too. Like our last hoodie, on the blue hoodie, it says Paramus. That's the town I'm from, and the reason that's like where we're filming too. But the reason why we put down some of our stuff, and the reason why like I shouted out too, is because everyone comes from a place. Like I feel like it's not corny, but like everyone, like people on their Instagram bios, like they'll be from like Nanuet, but they'll put like NYC. Like they'll put like NJ/NYC. Like people put like their geographies because like it's their personality. But no one really like what's the word embraces like where they're truly from. I mean, shout out Pakistan, that's where I come from for real. But like I'm from a small town, and like the reason why we put that on our piece was so people know like this was literally designed and the vision came from a small town in North Jersey or a small town in New Jersey. Nike, I don't know where it's from in Oregon, but like everyone always shouts out the town. That's like a super small town
In Oregon?
in Oregon. I forgot the name, like whatever. The NBA Hall of Fame is like in Smithsonville. Like everyone says, oh, like when people shout out like the Hall of Fame, they're like, oh,
Naismith?
No, not Naismith. I don't know. That's like the guy's name, but like there's another name, Springsville. He'll make it to Springsville. No one knows what that is except it's known for the Hall of Fame. So hopefully one day, I mean, Paramus. When people think of Paramus, they think of Barakah. When people think of the towns that they're from, they think of Barakah. But I mean, that's what community is to me. I try to embrace where I come from.
Yeah, I think for me, like, seeing like your work, people like from where you're from, if they're benefiting from it, and you see that like kind of firsthand, that's kind of like a surreal moment. Like I know guys who keep up with me. They see the work that I'm doing, and they kind of get gravitated towards it, and they started doing work on their own. And that's kind of cool how like it's like a domino effect. You help other people, and then it's just so cool because maybe you cause someone else to do something, but they're doing something in a different way, and that's how you can kind of learn. And it's just like a big circle at the end of the day.
So for me, like I think like where I come from, I'm Pakistani as well. So shout out to that. But shout out Pakistan.
Wait, where from Pakistan are you from?
Peshawar.
I'm from Lahore. Honestly, I don't even know how far.
Peshawar.
They're like completely from like
Peshawar, like a lot.
Pakistan geography.
Wait, what do you say?
He says completely opposite of the.
Yeah.
not completely opposite. It's like
They're distant.
Yeah, they are distant.
What's the America comparison?
if like I would say if Lahore is like Texas, Pakistan's like California. Sorry, but Peshawar is like California.
Yeah.
Oh, so not that far. Wait,
I mean, it's far.
That's pretty far, bro.
on scale, it's how big is
Not,
Pakistan?
okay, not on scale, but just like different regions. Like
Yeah.
Peshawar's like kind of like on
when
the
you go to
west.
Khyber and it's Peshawar,
I never
like KPK and stuff like that. No.
It's like on the west side of Pakistan, like northwest, while Lahore is like more east.
Yeah, apparently I'm like
north.
Patan.
Wait, are you from Old Bridge or Sayreville?
Okay, so let me get to that. So I was born in Brooklyn.
No, you
I promise I was.
Everybody was
I didn't
born
grow up
there.
there. I was just born there. Like I was born in a hospital. I didn't grow up
Were
there.
you in hospital?
No, I forgot. Maybe same as yours.
I was born in Methodist.
No, I was not, but definitely not from there. That sounds like some Paramus hospital. but I was born in Brooklyn. So here's the thing, right? There's Sayreville and there's Old Bridge. I live in a town called Parlin, but I went to Old Bridge High School, so I can
Bro,
consider it
don't
Old
talk
Bridge.
like you confuse everybody.
Okay, yeah, I'm from Old
I
Bridge.
thought Sayreville and Old Bridge was the problem. I tell you about a border in between.
And there's South Amboy too.
Yeah, stop.
Okay, I grew up in Old Bridge.
And there's Motto I heard.
Yeah, Madawan too, yeah. You know Old Bridge High School isn't Madawan. It's not in
So
Old Bridge.
who goes to Old Bridge High School? Like what community?
LT.
No. What towns go to Old Bridge High School?
Old Bridge, South Amboy, and some Madawan people.
Some Madawan. Oh, depending on where you live.
Yeah, but I could have walked to Sayreville High School, but yeah, I didn't go there. So it's interesting.
Shout out LT.
Shout out LT, man. Since we're talking about Barakah, I don't know if maybe Musa or OJ can relate. Huh?
Check clock.
Yeah, we have 2 minutes.
You're the
I-
last one on this thing. Okay?
Yeah, I think, so I grew up in an apartment complex called Lund Terrace. And I think, like, growing up in an apartment complex is so fun as a kid because everyone's always playing. Back then, not anymore. I don't know if kids play outside. But everyone's always playing outside. Like, everyone, Like, you step outside and you see, like, all these kids you go on the bus with. And, like, it's honestly, like, a lot.
honestly a vibe.
Yeah, it is a vibe. I kind of miss it. Because now, like, all the people from my high school, like, even non-Muslims too, like, everyone was, like, friends back in the day. It was so fun. Like, I used to ride bikes all the time. I remember just walking to, like, Walmart was, like, the funnest thing in the world.
Most fun.
Yeah, my most fun thing in the world. Like, just walking around, like, going to, like, Quick Check, getting a slushie was, like, the highlight of my week. Like, that's crazy. Like, very simple things that, like, kept me pleased. So, like, I honestly, like, love where I grew up. I would never exchange it for anything else.
You
I like
say I want to be a paramus.
the paramus like Beverly Hills. Like,
No, it's not.
like when I have a kid,
It is.
when I have a kid, when I-
You showed him houses and you're like,
when
don't
I-
you wish you lived here?
when I have, we drive around
Bro, don't
and he showed his house. I'm like, whoa.
Am I capping?
No, you're
Did I
not.
say, don't you wish you lived here?
Yeah.
Not because of the house, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, don't cap.
Yo, listen, look, not yet. Look,
No, it's not.
no, it's not. Wait, look, like,
Bro, you guys are making me seem like I'm...
wait, listen. So like, what was it? Yeah, I lost my train of thought. I like my school. I went to a lot too. I don't know about you. My school had 3,000 kids.
You can give us a lot of lore about OB High School too, honestly, if we ask.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of lore.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess like as we're transitioning, like where do you leave off? Yeah, so from OB High School. So I was gonna say like honestly, since we started the brand, like everyone where we all come from, like shapes, like your mindset and the shapes, like how you think. Like OJ comes from you come from a lot more like diverse community and school from like where I go to. My school was very much like dominated by like white people, and your school I think probably more mixed too. But like I guess like balancing work. Like in the morning I get up at 9 o'clock or 8:30 for work, and working for a company like 9 to 5. Sometimes like in the morning when we have stuff to do for the brand, like we gotta send emails to influencers. We gotta like talk to like our designers. We gotta talk to like our manufacturers. Some mornings I honestly wake up and I forget. Like, wallah, I'm not even joking. I forget that like I work for my company, and like I missed like not missed like an important, but once like I missed like it's not like a stand up once I missed. And like it's just because at nighttime sometimes it's so late. Or like 2-3 weeks ago, or not 2-3 weeks, like a month ago, I was working with like our manufacturer, and like fixing this and talking last minute like to 1 a.m. because they're in China. So when they're like for them like we're working at 2 a.m. fixing this, fixing that, like the colors, the piping, the embroidery. Like this piece when you guys see it, bro, it was so detailed. But like sometimes like even I forget, bro, like what I'm doing, and your head's so just locked in on like what you're like trying to pursue at the moment, like. Posting videos. This is like think about it. Posting videos on the brand page, posting videos on your personal page, editing both. Starting the podcast now. We're gonna have that. That's gonna be in the process. Designing clothes, planning our launch event, working on the next drop, preparing for ICNA. Like, and those things all pile up. Like I was sitting there DMing influencers today. It took me like half an hour to send a DM to like 50. Even though it's just copy paste, then I gotta send an email because some of them have emails in their bios, and I gotta copy and then put my like. It's a lot of work. Alhamdulillah, it keeps you busy. And honestly, like the end goal that I have for the brand is like, I don't know if I told you, but I was like, as soon as this replaces my full-time salary, like I would quit my side thing as all in. But like, I don't know, man. Alhamdulillah, like seeing like people like, you said like walking the masjid, walking to school. Sometimes not in school, like people know you as like yo, the Barakah guy. Even my dad tells me like people at school calling or at masjid calling OJ like, they don't even know you by some guy. My dad was saying he overheard you talking to someone about like you. Like that's Musa's dad. My dad said he overheard it. And, like you were like, it's not. He was like, who's Musa? And you're like the guy with Barak, whatever. And I was like, honestly, that becomes your identity, bro. Like, your personality. Like I know you for like Alex, like the last.
Bro, stop, bro.
But I mean, I'm happy, bro. Honestly, when I see those things in life, like when I see those moments, I have those moments, it pushes me. It pushes me like insanely. But I mean, you guys, like, we're talking about this. I was gonna talk about lighthearted moments that show you real people behind the brand. So just like anything you want to talk about.
I think for me, I be at the office sometimes, right? But then it's like I be getting texts in our chat. So like I be like forgetting I'm like at a full-time job too. Like I'm really in an office. I'm wearing my little like khakis, dress pants, whatever fit I have on at the time. And I'm like at my desk, and then I'm like literally like looking at my phone. I think the other day I need access to some like one of our Google Drives, and like I really added myself to the drive while I was at work in my office during my 9 to 5. It was so funny. So it was like I really forget that I'm at work
But
sometimes
are people
too.
watching you at work?
Not really.
Like you can technically like.
Like it's not like like nobody at my company like the office is pretty chill. Like I can really do whatever I want. Like no one's gonna like, oh, what was on a computer? Like no, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like that. I don't know if OJ yours is like that, but I mean, no one's gonna look at my computer. Oh, what the heck this guy doing? Like no one does that. No one does that.
No one's like micromanaging like that crazy because like you can tell after a while if someone's doing their work or not by like the time it gets in, like time the work's done, how complete it is. It's like you can tell. It's like when we get like a clothing design and it's completely not what we wanted. We could tell this manufacturer, one, did not listen, and two, did not do anything correctly.
Yeah.
It's
Honestly, yeah, you're right.
it's like the same thing, but I guess for like a lighthearted moment for us, like when we had an event like at college once, and a person like really connected with the brand,
Oh shit.
and then a year later we found out that he reverted to Islam. So
Oh, my
for
boy
me, like,
Brock.
that was like crazy. Like so it goes back to that comment what you said about like how $1 can be more valuable than $100, but it
More
depends.
barakah,
Yeah, you have more barakah than $100 depending how you use it. So it's like in that like 1 minute of interaction with him, we somehow we changed a lot of things. But alhamdulillah.
Yeah, we sold him one of
You
our
can
like.
sell it to him. I mean.
Oh, he gave it to him or he sold
no,
it to him? He bought the Summer Jam shirt, right? And then he put it on his back and he walked out. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted the ball for Gaza so bad, but we didn't have it. Now we have it. But yeah, he converted to Islam. Mashallah, Brock. Man, shout out Brock.
Shout out Brock.
College Ave janitor.
Brock.
Shout out
It's
Brock.
crazy because like he walked by the booth, bro. And we had a video playing about. We partnered with PCRF, Palestinian
Children Relief Fund.
Children Relief Fund.
Yeah.
And literally like that video is playing about, and like it's like B-rolling of like everyone's passing away, like everything's going on in Palestine. And honestly, like we wish someone may Allah grant them victory.
I mean,
Like what is it? Like forgive them and pass their oppression. But it's like that that guy walked past us, and as he walked past us, bro, I think he saw the video playing, and he just stood there for a second. I remember he stood there, and I was like, "What's up?" And he's like, "What's going on there is terrible." He's like, "What's going on there is terrible," and I was so shocked by that. Cause I thought like sometimes when people see your Palestine thing, they like start hating on you.
yeah.
And when I heard that, I was like, he's like, I want to support, and I was so like taken by it, by his response. I think we looked for a ball for others, but we didn't have a size at the time.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He took anything from us, and then literally a year later, when you told, bro, we got banned. We didn't get banned. We weren't even allowed at that event. That's another story of why we weren't allowed at that event. Apparently, we were chaotic.
No, we were pretty chaotic.
That's what we do.
We caused chaos.
That's what you cause chaos.
No, we shouldn't be. We can't cause chaos.
Yes, you can.
Control chaos.
Control chaos. Sometimes you can't control it.
You have to control it.
You gotta find a way, but you can't.
Okay, that day you can't.
Like an NBA Finals break, it's a chaos.
Like Game 7?
Chaos. That's chaos.
Yeah, it is chaos.
I would love to create chaos.
Nah.
Why? Chaos means you're doing something right, bro. Our chaos was what? People were crowding at our booth? That's chaos.
Yeah, you're right.
But I mean, he was attracted by it, bro, and a year later he took his shahada and he became Muslim, bro. That's honestly like that's an insane moment. But we could move on. I was gonna talk about. You guys want to talk about like just an unexpected moment or something that you guys didn't expect like during your journey, like related to the brand or not related to the brand, but just something you guys got like taken by.
Like in life?
Oh yeah, anything.
Anything. So, for me, I think a defining moment in my life, not to get like too deep, but it was 2025, right? 2025. So 3 years ago, my dad actually ended up passing away, and so interesting because like I wasn't really emotional, like I wasn't like bawling my eyes out, like I was pretty calm. I feel like I took it pretty well, but for me, I think it was just such a shift in like my mindset. Because like at the time, like I was thinking the junior year of college, didn't have an internship or full time or anything like that. Like I was pretty far on that. Like I think I was working at Walmart at the time. Shout out Walmart though, it's a good job. Paid me good, $17 an hour, back then. Whew, it's good, bro. It's good money. Yeah, but I don't know. I felt very not lost, in the sense where like I don't know what my purpose in life is. But I felt lost in a sense like, all right, how am I gonna like figure out my stuff? Like, where am I gonna work when I graduate? I'm a very big overthinker. Like, how am I gonna solve this problem? It's like, I don't see a way out. I don't see a solution. I don't have
You
the
think
answer.
worst case?
Yeah, I always think worst case. I think worst case for everything. I remember in college, yeah, this guy knows. I was taking this class like financial management. I was like so stressed. I was studying so much. Oh my god, I'm not gonna graduate. You know what I mean? I can't be this guy and do algos. Maybe we'll explain the story of algos one day. This guy, man, this guy's a king. But anyway, I that like was a huge thing, and I feel like me talking about it so like openly, I think is a good thing. I think someone I look up to a lot. He told me it's kind of good you talk about it because it's like part of your identity.
I don't. Honestly, I never got to talk to you about it.
Yeah, I think one of my really good mentors, he told me it's good that you speak about that because it's like an event in your life. Like some people are not going to be comfortable talking about it, like ever. But for me, honestly, like it's like yeah, like I can talk about it. Like I'm not like it's chill.
Yeah.
Like you know when you bring it up, someone's like oh I'm sorry, like I'm being so uncomfortable. For me, like it's not comfortable at all. I think it's good to talk about these things. But obviously, for some people, there has to
Do you
be.
remember? Do you remember? I mean, I don't know if you can talk if you want to.
Yeah, of course.
Do you remember where you were when you found
Yeah,
out?
I was at Walmart.
Really?
I was working. Yeah.
Like, how'd you? What happened?
So the morning of, he didn't feel that well. I mean, my dad, you know how proud uncles are, diabetes, all this. That's why I gotta be careful. Look, I shouldn't have drank that coffee, man. I gotta be careful myself too. But like sugar, all these brown uncles have it. Heart problems, diabetes. And dude, like it was just, I think I wasn't shocked that he passed away. Because dude, he went through a lot worse before that and he ended up fine. So I was like, okay.
Health-wise?
Yeah, way worse. Like strokes and stuff. And he's fine. So I'm like, okay, if he went through a stroke and he's fine, like why would like he pass away like on a random Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day it was. So I woke up at work like 7 a.m. and the hospital was close to where I worked at the time. So we took him there. My mom, my sister, I with them, right? So I'm chilling, right? I'm in my, I'm at work. And I'm working and I'm like, okay, this is kind of intense. I got a call from my sister, like, oh, like, Baba, like, passed away. I was like, oh, shoot, like, okay. So I tell my manager, I'm like, yo, I gotta go. One of my boys, his name's Jesus. I've known since I was like 4 years old. He grew up me in Oberth High School. I was working with them. He's like, yo, I'm like, yo, I gotta go. Like, I gotta be out. He's like, what? What's going on? Like, tell him, like, our managers are pretty chill. Like, they're not weird like that. I'm like, yo, I gotta go. Like, I literally have to leave right now. Like, I just left. I told him what happened. He just dapped me up. He gave me a hug. But like, it was just so weird because like, dude, like, when something like that happens, right? And it's so difficult because, you know, I don't want anyone to lose their parents, grandparents, sisters, brothers, kids, whatever. But it's like, it's so weird because like for me, right? Like I'm not the one, like I don't want people like, now I don't mind getting texts or messages or people showing love. That's like we're human beings, right? That's how we're wired. But like I just like, dude, like for me, if that happened and I went home and when I out about my day, like I would be like, I feel like I'd prefer that. Like everyone coming over to the house and like coming to see you. I get why they do it. Like I understand why, but like I would rather just like give me a few days and like I'll be alright. Like I'll keep doing. Like I think I want to go back to work. Like 2 days later, my mom was like, "Yo, what are you doing? Like why are you trying to go back to work?" Because I was like, "Yo, like I mean, life goes on."
Who was who do you think took it worse in your family? Your mom, I'm guessing?
Definitely my mom, bro. She knew him the longest. They were in Pakistan together. Like they came to America together,
Were you
of course.
close to your dad?
Of course, yeah, of course.
Were you closer or your sister closer?
I was definitely closer. I feel like
people grieve in different ways.
Yeah.
for me, man, like this is like kind of a weird analogy, right? But you know, like in the NBA, you have like franchise guys. It's like your franchise, right? So for me, I just took like obviously like
You're the franchise.
as like the son only guy. There's no other men in my family, like my direct family at least. So it's like
You gotta
I gotta step up.
Yeah,
That's why I was kind of stressed. I'm like, all right, how am I gonna like?
provide.
How am I gonna figure this out? And alhamdulillah, I think I've done pretty good.
You do, right?
Yeah, man. I think I've done pretty well. And I like seeing guys younger than me who I know are in college, like Bates, yes, whatever major. Like literally tomorrow, I'm linking with someone after Jummah to help him with his resume. Like, you know how we did like all these career fairs, we got our job. Like these guys don't know about that. So I want to like take what I did, right?
And mentor.
And mentor, yes. I do that a lot. I do that actually quite often. Like I do that a lot.
That's good.
Because I want to help people be better than me.
But you know what's crazy? We could loop like a tangent a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I was telling Isa about this yesterday. I said that in the Desi community, like in our like I'm Pakistani, you're Indian, like in our retrospect, like in our communities, like people gatekeep.
Yes.
A lot of people gatekeep. And
Issa could go on about gatekeeping. We should bring him down to tell explain how big gatekeeping is now.
when I told Issa, like, I feel like Desis do this, his response was, any race you ask, they'll be like, my race does this, my race does this.
Yeah.
But my people do this.
Mm-hmm.
But I was literally gonna tell you, like, I feel like it sucks because I personally feel this, but like when you ask a Desi person, like, yo, like, show love to my business, or yo, show love, I just opened a restaurant, people, one of my cousins told me, my uncle, he basically said, he was like, to say thank you doesn't cost you $1. To go comment on someone's post doesn't cost you $1. He didn't ask you to go buy a cup of coffee. He's not asking you to go buy his hoodie. He's just saying like comment and like. That takes you like a second.
Mm-hmm.
But people think that, yo, if I like his post, like they overthink, like, yo, he doesn't deserve it, or oh my god, he might be becoming a millionaire off my, like, I can't let him have this success. People do that, and even with your resume, honestly, I don't know, because like I'm a victim of it too. Like, when we first got our internships and jobs, people were gatekeeping what they got.
Well, I get why though, because
You
Nazar,
want to protect it from evil eye.
once you start the job, it's chill.
But some people still gate. Like if I asked her, yo, how can I get it in at this company, or how can I get it in here?
It's that too, and like it's like people just don't want their word spreads fast. So they just want to keep it under wraps. Then
Even with clothing brand, like people don't say like, yo,
Yeah.
I got this made over there. One of my friends like,
but I think it's a normal thing now. Gatekeeping, or it's
Okay, I think you
Keeping
get. Okay, I think you gatekeep things.
gatekeeping, but I'm saying from like a jealousy side. Like, I can't tell him because I don't want him to succeed either.
Okay, you wanna know what you gatekeep? When this happens to us all the time, and like I think I look at Musa's face, like, yo, what's the profit share? I'm like, bro, like, what?
Oh yeah.
Like, why would you ask that? I would never ask anyone that. That's a weird question to ask.
I mean, say it clear. I don't even
My bad, my bad. Like, this happens to Musa. I see it happen to Musa the most. It happened at TME or
happens every event.
they're like, yo, Musa, what's the profit share? It's like,
Remember the guy he was there at
Bro.
Taco and Presso. Bro, now he looks down when he walks past us.
bro, why would you say that? Like,
No, after that, it's like,
that's weird. That's something you actually gatekeep. You don't tell people that kind of stuff.
how much?
Okay, you don't tell people how much you make. You don't tell people like your a personal family business unless like they're a close friend, you trust them, you confide in them. Like there are certain things you gatekeep. Okay, like for me, like I think if you did get a really good job, you'd probably gatekeep it until you start. Then you post on LinkedIn or like you tell your close friends. People are gonna know you work there. Like unless you never tell anyone, which I mean, if you want to, you could do that. Like there are certain things I believe you should gatekeep.
But like, do you think that there's a jealousy? I'm not forget gatekeeping. But gatekeeping might be the wrong avenue. But do you think jealousy is like a prominent or is a relative thing in our like communities?
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give an example. My mom. Okay, you know what? I know an example, right? So when I used
Shout
to.
out, auntie.
My mom, right? Rahat auntie, right? So my mom, like, my mom's not the type to brag about her kids. Like she doesn't do that. I'm all that, right? Like I wouldn't like if you wanna, but my mom's a very proud woman. So like when I graduated college, that was the best day of her life. She was so happy.
man.
She was so happy she went to Chachana without me. She went, texted me after, yo, meet me here. Cause I was taking pictures of all my friends and stuff. She go, man, I'll be Chachana. Like, bad now. I'm like, you went without me. Went to A with her. I think went to Cairo with her after, and then went home, right? But my mom, like, she wants to see other kids
succeed.
graduate too.
Yeah.
Like she gets happy. Like that makes her happy too. Like she's not like, oh, my son, like the best son, he's the best
Very
job.
few
Like
people have that quality.
yeah, which I think I low-key think I inherited that too. I don't get mad when I see a guy get like a crazy big tech offer internship.
Honestly,
One of my boys, I posted about it on LinkedIn. I did like a Ramadan reminder on LinkedIn. So he's like a junior at Rutgers. He got a sweet internship, right? At like I think Honeywell or something like that. And he told me, like, he literally texted me. He was like, you're the only other person. Because I used to, like, literally, I'm telling you, younger guys who I'm still tapped in with, like junior, senior, some sophomores, I text them, like, yo, like, apply to this job. Like, I'll send them jobs to apply to. Because it's tough, bro. Shab was in California. Half of them came back. More than half came back without an interview. Imagine going all the way to California from Jersey, not getting an interview. Like, it's tough out here getting a job. For us, I'll be honest, bro, we had it compared to them. We had it so much better.
Yeah.
Guys walked in the shop, walked out with a job like that.
Yeah.
Easy. No tech questions, nothing.
I'm saying, like, without going into specific about
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
like, even when you go to if you go to like a career fair, you get a career opportunity, you get an interview.
yeah.
You might not go to your boy and be like to themselves because they want to make sure that they're good first to make sure
Yeah,
you got
but-
the offer.
yeah, yeah.
And I'll be like, yo, by the way, you can also look up here. If you're competing for the offer for something, you will. I'm not saying you as in like you us, but I'm saying a guy might not go and tell his boys because he's like scared. Like, yo,
Yeah, get the job first and tell your boys.
but what if there's like 6 openings and you're competing? You're one of the applicants who's in there. You might not tell them. Like, yo, I want to make sure I'm good. I don't want comp.
I can't respect that though.
I can't either. A lot of people do that, but like at the end of the day, a lot of people look out for themselves first. My mom always says like, give others, but make sure you're good at the end of the day. Like, don't let yourself starve. So
Yeah.
If you get into that company or that job, then you tell your boys. Because if you don't get in, then what's the point of telling your boys about it?
But what if they can get in, but you don't? What if they can get in and you don't have to? Like, you know what I mean?
Like, you get this crazy
Let's say
opportunity.
there's a table in the corner over there, right?
Yeah.
That's giving away whatever, like even free whatever. Like they're giving away jobs, right?
Mhm.
You go there and you get the interview card, and it says only 5 spots available. Are you gonna call all your ones and be like, yo, they have 5 spots available? Come get the card from them, or are you gonna gatekeep and be like,
I think it's a pick and choose situation.
that's what I mean.
Like, you pick certain guys. You don't tell everybody.
Yeah, I guess.
You're not going to tell everyone.
Not gonna post on your like IG.
Yeah, pull up to this booth. They're handing out jobs.
But like I don't know, like going back to Barakah, like in these moments, it's like there's sometimes people like what I said about starving. Like
Yeah.
there's sometimes I don't know if you guys notice like people if I go to like outings or dinners or like events with just food, there's always those few people who get food first because they're scared it might run out and they want to make sure they're good. And then there's also those people who are at the front of the line who are passing plates to everybody. They're on the back of the line. And by you doing like those small things, like God will make sure there's food left for you at the end of the table. God, like, if you do good, I believe karma. Like, if you do good, it's gonna come back.
Yeah.
I chill with karma. I don't know about that, but I don't know about karma. Karma's OD.
Okay,
but,
I don't mean karma.
Yeah,
If you put out good.
Okay,
will come.
yeah. It's
That's
the
karma.
reward for good anything but good. It's in
Yeah.
the Quran. Yeah. I don't know. The word karma is associated with like some other weird stuff, but I think a quote I saw is like
Well,
people
yeah.
who do harm to others.
Actually, I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm not talking.
People who do harm to others live in fear because they know one day like
It's gonna come back.
it's gonna come,
Yeah.
their life's gonna
Might
end.
soon.
But like if you want good things to happen in your life, you have to do good things.
Yeah.
You know? So I mean, dude, I think if you help a guy get a job, you know, you help him out. Maybe he used that money to like do something really good. Maybe you get some little reward for that, you don't even know.
But what I was gonna say was like, we're like, for example, for like what we do with for work, like this.
Yeah.
Our business is like dependent on how good our quality of our product is, right?
Yeah.
If I find like an A+ menu who's killing it for us,
Would you tell someone else who's starting a clothing brand about it?
but I'm thinking like to me, I feel like whenever I like I feel like there's a lot of like in the clothing, like in the brand industry, like if you meet a new brand owner, it sometimes I feel like it's just like animosity when I'm dapping him up because it just looks like, yo, bro, cool stuff over there, and like everyone is eyeing it, like, yo, what does he have, what colors, like how many people are coming to buy from his booth. Even like sometimes we do it as a from a business perspective, you want to look at what's popping, but like whenever I say what's up to like these guys that have these similar businesses, I'm like, yo, there's enough room for everybody to eat. Like, if I gatekeep from you, I might ruin it for myself later. There's enough room for all of us to do good. But I mean, before or as we move on, I was going to talk about. I guess we could just talk about like where you guys or like where we see or what we see like in the for ourselves in the future. Not in the future in like 3 years. I'm just saying like what you're doing right now, basically.
In the brand or in general? What do you want to focus on?
I was gonna crop this, but what do you guys think we should talk about? It's like
Anything, bro. Anything, brother.
I want this to be like a possible topic thing, like for a real, like it could be like the topic, and we just talk about this. Right?
Yeah. So what do I do in the future?
No, I'm saying let's think of a topic that we could put as a cover for like the video, and we could talk about it.
This topic.
Talk about your vision for 20.
What goals do you have?
We're gonna talk about like, heritage.
Outside of the
Like,
brand.
to embrace your heritage.
Wait. Do that at the end. That
Okay.
heritage. But for now,
We have,
because
like 10 minutes of recording.
yeah, we have to make ourselves more personal. We gotta switch the camera soon.
What are we at?
4 minutes. So
What
this
do you want to talk about?
what do you have for yourself going besides the brand? Because
We did that though. Remember?
what with the job?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like more personal. Like what are your goals in life? What do you really want to do? Like what are you seeking? Like you know what I
We
mean?
can talk about that. Mine's gonna be all this, but we can still talk about it.
Yeah. No, you can still talk about that. But what do you want to do with all this money you're making?
Talk about
That kind of stuff.
Okay.
Like what's your legacy gonna be? Like what do you want?
That's deep.
Yeah, that is dude, you need that. You need that. That matters a lot.
You're saying what
Legacy-
do I want my legacy to be?
Yeah. You need that, bro. Come on, that's what people are tuning in for.
I guess like when I leave, like not when I leave the
Well,
Huh?
we gotta fix the camera.
Why?
It's 3 minutes.
We're good.
All right,
It was
right.
26 minutes. The timer put 30.
Okay.
But
What do you want your legacy to be? You just want to be like a brand owner, clothing guy, so a lot of clothes, made a lot of
that's
money.
like, I feel like that falls under an umbrella of like an overarching thing, which is like, I guess it's just to inspire people. Like when I was in school, like people always told me like, yo, when you graduate, like you gotta tell us how you graduated.
Well, you made graduation.
Huh?
You made graduation.
What?
You want people to ask how you graduated?
As in like
I think I did ask you that.
no, as in like yeah, how'd you do it?
Yeah, I did ask you that.
But it's like every part of life, like I feel like we all go through certain things, and I
Yeah.
want to be able to give back and inspire others, but also like leave my mark.
Yeah.
I'm not the type of guy like even with the 9 to 5, I feel like with a 9 to 5, you're just putting like a piece into a puzzle, and you're not part of anything bigger than what you're not part of anything bigger than what you are. I'm only part of something bigger than just like being part of a brand or being part of like a company that I'm working for. Like even with Paramus, I want people to know what it's about. I want people to when they think of Paramus to think of something other than there's a town with a mall. And hopefully I want to use clothes, and I want to be. I created a new Instagram a week ago. I want to hit like eventually in a couple of years, I want to hit 100K followers. And
Inshallah.
I don't want to be an influencer. I don't want to be a guy who's just like like a content creator. I want to be like a brand owner, like these guys that we all I look up to, like not look up to in a way like where they live their life. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying as far as like goals wise, I want Barakah to have like. I want to have sales all over the world. I want to touch every part of the world.
Yeah.
And I want us to travel to like Africa. I want to travel to Asia. I want us to travel to Europe.
So you have the goals, but the way you're going about it is different. Or
Similar.
okay.
Cause at my core, I'm still I have like my religious beliefs. And I have But overarching, I want the brand is like, again, like is what I see 100%. So basically, I want to touch every corner of the world, and hopefully one day even go back to Pakistan, like with this stuff, and like see little kids and give them our clothes, and like hopefully make. We're partnering up.
Waterwell?
Bonnie project.
Oh wow.
Making wells and.
Yeah, I have their shirt.
Yeah.
From TME.
That's what I see, bro. I see Barakah. Hopefully one day with like 500K, a million followers.
Inshallah.
The podcast, we have guests on there here that can show, that can inspire. I want to inspire people.
Yeah, I want to go off the last part too. Like inspiring people and connecting people is probably my most favorite thing to do and most enjoyable.
Because a lot of people are introverts.
Yeah.
Just like being at the events and connecting with people is probably like the most fun. Meeting new people, seeing like how it's affected them, and just like I guess like it's like a personal thing for me too. Just like giving back to those people who I see like on a weekly basis, or like my community members, seeing like how to help them get better.
Okay, you know how, like when we graduate high school like we had in our yearbook there was like give a quote, and like people used it to like summarize their personality. So I guess
I don't remember my quote.
Forget your quote. If I had to ask you like 20 years from now, like OJ, you gotta send me like 3 bullets, and I want to show like a country that never saw you, doesn't know who you are. These 3 bullets are gonna your bio. What would you want to be known for? If you had to make it more concise.
What do I want me to be known for?
What do you want people to look at you for? If 3 bullets, 4 bullets, whatever, but like concisely, if you want to be remembered, what do you want to be remembered for? Because I know when I like describe you, bro, if I had to describe you, I guess we should do that. Like if you were to describe each other,
Yeah.
But if I had to describe you, it'd be like you can make like a dead room. Honestly, like I can see a dead room of people who have like nothing going for them or just sad. And I can see you literally. If I leave the room and walk back in, I can see them waving towels and dancing.
I don't even think I'm that type of
I feel like you are, and like
No, you are that type of person.
you can light up a room and like you make people laugh. But like other than that, I think you do bring people together. Like when I go out with you, like people, I see every kind of person dapping you up and saying, like, "What are you doing?" And it's not just like OJ. It's like they know what you're doing. They know where you're. Like they literally know who you are. And like those qualities, honestly, bro, like it's very rare to find that in someone. But
He about to cry.
thing is, like, I can't like break it down into 4 bullets, but like I guess most important thing is like, oh, I want to be known as a guy like who just help people.
Yeah.
In different ways. I guess that's like the best way to break it down. Like he helped someone, he helped this thing, he helped.
he's not a gatekeeper.
Yeah, he's not. For me,
Your turn.
how I remembered my legacy.
How do you want to get remembered?
I think it's a saying, right? One
Turn it this way.
this way.
The base. No, like the actual thing on the floor. No, more that way. Yeah.
Okay.
And back.
Okay.
Towards, yeah.
Perfect. So, I want to be remembered. I just like a saying I have. if when no one helped me, Nabil helped me. Like I want to be remembered as someone. Wait, what happened?
I don't want them to hit. I don't want to hit your face.
Oh my bad. I want to be remembered as someone who helped others when like no one else would, or like I like giving up my time for someone. Like you know what I mean? I like for me, right? Like for some of the guys I help out with, like whether it's career or school stuff, I'm like, dude, if I'm giving like my time to help you, like you better get a good job. Like I want people to like